Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be having a listening party for Lana Del Rey's Ultraviolence Deluxe Edition. So after my Blue Banisters video that I released a few days back, I had a few people tell me I should give this one a shot. More of an alt-rock, more variety, and I'm just going to assume that it's like one of her better albums. I'm going to assume. It's just the kind of the mentality that I got from it. Though somebody did recommend another two albums, but this was in multiple recommendations. So I thought, why not? Give it a chance. Give Lana Del Rey another chance. I really did like Blue Bannister, so why not give Ultraviolence a shot? Especially if it's a little more energy, a little more variety, but I'm excited, I'm always down to enjoy some new music and whatever. I'll give everything a chance. I guess in this case, give Lana Del Rey a second chance, But with all that being said, pull up the album and Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, whatever it is used, and another tab, and just listen to this together. All right. Cool. I like that little guitar riff. That was a cool synth. That boo. I think I said the Blue Bannisters album gave me a musical feel, but this one currently is giving me an 80s. It feels like an 80s power metal band doing a ballad. Yeah, this is definitely very 80s ballady. It's a very thick kick. Were those toms? It is interesting how much reverb she ends up using. Okay, I know before in the last one I was like unsure of distortion. This time I'm certain of it. I kind of like that. It's showing about a cruel world, but and then using the guitars to make a siren type of sound. That's cool. Man, that reverb just got way more, didn't it? I think it did at least. It sounds like it got a little wetter. Ooh, an octave harmony. That's cool. I can just imagine this at the end of a movie or somewhere in the middle. Either the middle where everybody separates or the end when the main characters are off on their own. Maybe at the end of a horror movie. I don't know. Man, this drum. I wonder if that's an actual drum set or if they're beating on something else. Because, I mean, it sounds like a drum set, but That fill did not sound like it took place on a regular drum kit. See, that sounded a little more drum like. I don't know. The rhythm that those toms had was interesting. This is also spacey, but this time in atmospheric way. There's something that sounded like it was very rumbly. I can't tell if I'm just hearing a very aggressive yet soft bass or if there's like a sound effect to make it to fill out the space. Do 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 do. Oh, it's a nice retard. Oh, big finish. Big finish. Everybody's getting their moment. Oh, it's the synth. Some synth. That sounded weird though. He's doing good. It's like very quiet in the background. They have those the orchestra completely separated from one another. A violin dead center, high strings on the left, low strings on the right. The tones. I don't know if they're just layering a guitar over the piano or if they just got a really old piano, but that piano sounds old, I want to say. Hmm. Oh, wah guitar. It is crazy how well she harmonizes. It is insane. The instrumentation that she utilizes is a, I don't want to say interesting blend, but a refreshing one. think this one has two different guitar parts going on. Trying to hear if I can tell if it's a synth bass or a actual bass guitar. I think it's a synth sub bass. Maybe with a real bass in there? They moved the orchestra around too. They have the strings everywhere in the space. Ooh, that was a nice chord. I really did like that chord. This one that they're playing. I thought they were about to do a switch up of the music. This is weird. This is weird. Whatever just happened was weird. I couldn't even focus on what she was saying because I was too focused on the distorted, deep voices that were happening behind her voice. I wonder if her voice right there is supposed to be the siren. That's a fairly abrupt ending. One, two, three. I'm pretty sure this isn't 6. This is cool. Nice. Or maybe it's in 4. No, it's a triple meter. Honestly, if the whole song was just this, it'd be perfectly fine. Ooh. I don't know why, but the bass is hitting right now. Okay, now I need full band. Come on. There it is. Ooh, that's saucy. Mm. There has to be some type of jazz influence. There has to be some type of jazz influence with this. Or just there's just a lot of influence of pre-2000s music, maybe even before 1990, 1980s and back, because I could imagine this being a 50s jam, honestly. Like the way she's singing it, the guitar, the instrumentation, the drum pattern that was used, honestly. And I think even the way the chords move just give off a 50s era, but this is kind of going off of anything I heard in Back to the Future, so don't be mad if I'm wrong. Cool. It wasn't until then I just realized that there is a noticeable lack of reverb. It's interesting. I think with more instruments, it's not just piano and vocals. This one doesn't sound as live as Blue Bannister. Nothing wrong with that. It's just an interesting I thought. I like the. I wonder if. Okay, so these drums are definitely. I want to say the drummer is using brushes for this one. But I wonder if there's anything to mute the sound in the kick. Or the drums too. The drums sound muted for this, which would fit, but I wonder if they're muted or if the drummer is just hitting the drums softer, or if it's a combo of both. Ooh, that bass. Oh, that's a guitar. This time it is a guitar, not a distorted voice. But that time I thought it was brass when it first came in. Da, 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 da. There is a lot more energy in this one. It just weirdly got aggressive. The drummer definitely switched from brushes to real sticks for this part. Wow. But the question is, do they switch back to brushes now? Yeah, they're back to brushes. I wouldn't say they're on brushes. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna say brushes. Uh, ah, that's a good chord. This chord progression could be used in lo-fi. A couple of these measures would be perfect for the lo-fi sample. That was kind of banging, not gonna lie. I can't tell if that's a synth, like a Moog synth, I want to say, or a actual instrument with some weird distortion on it. I feel like you could definitely get that sound with a maybe a cello. Is that a cello or an upright bass? I wonder what inspired her to use orchestra so much. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just interesting. It definitely separates her music because other people would use orchestra, just not as frequently. Is that a pluck or an 808? I can't tell. Hmm. It's a fairly energetic drum pattern. Yep, there it is. She does like jazz. Okay. Now I wonder, was this the guitar part was written first and she sang the guitar part, or did the guitarist write that, or did she write that and the guitarist just turned it into a ongoing riff? Uh, heard that little. With the The fire and water one makes more sense with the analogy she was going with. I don't know, ocean and wind. Those go together well. They work together well. I wouldn't say they're technically opposites. I wonder if this is supposed to be about her or about somebody else. I wouldn't know if Lana Del Rey's the type to have feathers in her hair, but then again, this is the only second time I've listened to her. She might not even be from Brooklyn for all we know. This just could be a whole crock of nonsense. Ooh, ascending baseline. I thought it was about to drop again. What a bad influence. Telling people she gets high on marijuana. Shame. Shame. Man, her voice is really nice though. I'm going back to just how much control she has. It just sounds smooth as butter, going from note to note. That is, I don't know how I felt about that layering of the man singing. I feel like it's just at the right pitch of low to be uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't know why to me that was unsettling, but it was. I really do like that riff. These two were played twice. This riff was played twice and moved left and right. They're the same, but just slightly different enough to no. They played it twice and panned it. That's not the same guitar part copied. That's played twice. That's cool. That's good. All right. Ah, blue balled me. I thought I was gonna keep that energy, but I'm grooving. I'm grooving. It's a cool effect. Sounds like a siren, but pitch shifted with a wavy, a tremolo. Mm. I want to say at least like a siren that was edited. I really like the way the snare sounds. I would like the drum kit. Maybe not the exact same drum kit that was used on this album, but whatever brand it is, it's a good sounding drum kit. It sounds like there's a noise gate on the hi-hat. And the wavy guitar, man. One, two, one, and two. Okay, it's still in four. Mm. No, yeah, it is. It is doing tempo changes. Da, 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 da. Nice. You know what? Now I'm like fully invested in this one. Transition from that chorus back to this is just cool. Was enough to drag me along. I think what I'm noticing about this one is how little the two guitars that play are the same. But I couldn't tell you which one's supposed to be a lead and which one's supposed to be rhythm. It's just guitar one and guitar two. One, two, three. The guitar slowed down for us. I want to say it slows down. It'd be crazy if it didn't even slow down, but it just truly, genuinely feels like it does. I'm keeping time right now. This sound effect. It's a. It's weird. I feel like that lead should sound more aggressive than it does, but they have a lot of control over it. I really like the way that lead sounds. It is a weird contrast that just sounds so good. I don't think it's gonna go back to that beginning part. I think a lot of what's giving a lot of space to this is just her background vocals with a ton of reverb, but it's getting a nice space going on. Not this one. This one, you see like space right there. Ooh, I feel like the amount of reverb that they use should not work as well as it does. The guitar is really just. Mm. Yeah, just my favorite thing in music is always when the guitarist is just doing something really nice, but it's just brought way down because it's not the most important part, but it's still deciding to just do something really cool. I wonder, is she the mistress, or does her man have a mistress? Because that makes all the difference in understanding. Unless the mistress was a one-time thing and it's not even relevant. Oh, they brought an acoustic instead. Ooh. Oh, they had the acoustic guitarist also play it twice. This side, the left side, is the guitarist, I think, having a little bit more creativity with it. I think I just hear stuff happening on my left side that's not happening on the right more often than not. Was that a guitar? I want to say it's a guitar, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a ukulele or something. Ooh, dominant seven can really work when you need to lead into something. I don't really like dominant sevens that much, but when it's leading into something, ooh. Hmm. Uh, I feel like there has to be somebody who made a mashup of Sad Girl and Bad Guy. I bet somebody either has done it or thinks about it. Now that flute, it's a good texture. I thought there was a some type of bass doing a doon doon, but I guess there isn't. I think I was just hearing phantom kicks then. I think I'm hearing a brass. It's either a brass or her just going singing Oz. Then we're back to electric guitar. Nice little scale descension. Descending. Yeah. This is a very, very depressing sounding song. Even when the guitar is the only thing playing, it's mainly on one side. Interesting notes there. I like those last two chords. I think this one kind of makes me think of Hotel California for some reason. Maybe it's a similar enough chord progression. I'm being surrounded by your voice right now. This sounds a lot like Sad Girl. The fact that everything drops out for the verse is nice. Nice change of pace. What is that noise? Oh, those are like rolls on the drum set. A little ghost notes on the snare there too. Not there. Or not ghost notes. I think it was a buzz instead. But whatever. So this one. There's a lot of distortion on this bass. Yeah, hit me with that guitar solo. Okay, this one just skyrocketed. Now Sad Girl sounds like Pretty When You Cry. Mm. That guitarist was just deciding whatever at the end of that one. Okay. This one has more of a synthy drum set. Cool, 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 cool. It's a lot of reverb on that snare. They really just they need any effect. They're like, screw it, let's just put reverb on it and decide from there if it works or not. These soft keys are really nice. I thought the guitar was gonna mimic that one too. Lana Del Rey's got a solid voice and she's not afraid to use it. I feel like Lana Del Rey does Billie Eilish's gimmick better than Billie Eilish. Mm. Get up there, girl. It's just so smooth. It sounds as if every note that she sings was specifically picked for each part. Man, what is happening with that guitar? My God. This one's funny. This guitar solo is funny because I don't know if I'm supposed to be paying attention to it or not. I don't even know when we decided to go back into the chorus. It's just screw it. Delo's over. Wow, it is so silent in the background. I don't think it's ever been that open. Good job. It's a cool delay. I wonder if that sounds like somebody going up the stairs. Like those fire escape stairs, you know? A glitch on the snare? I mean, if you want, go off. I can imagine we get to the chorus and it's just nothing but. I thought right there was just going to be nothing but piano and vocals again. I was just like 4 measures off, whatever. I'm not counting that little thumping kick or the sound effects. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's climbing the ladder to the top. Yeah, because of the name. Yeah, yeah, I got you. It's clever. I wonder if this is supposed to be a commentary on businesses in America. Hmm. Okay. This has to be commentary. And if it is, I don't know. I would say it still feels like it resonates, possibly. It's an interesting synthesis in the background there. Oh no, that was strings. That wasn't a synth, it was just strings. I was wrong. Just a lot of things that none of us can afford. Hmm. I'm just going to assume that Lana Del Rey is from New York at this point. It seems weird that she would do this for somebody that, I don't know, from the context I've been given. All right, I'm inferring from whatever I've heard that this whoever this is doesn't seem worth it. It's like, oh, more of an active orchestral part. Mm-hmm. That's arpeggiation. Hmm. Maybe they moved on. Or maybe she once loved this man and she still does. This is this one could definitely fit right into Blue Banisters. Da, 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 da. I listen to too much rock music because I'm just imagining right now. Full band comes in for the final chorus. This one's really driving though. There's a lot of forward momentum in this one. Wait, can cashmere be a cologne? I thought that was a fabric. That one was heartfelt. I could tell. I'm thinking I can't guess this the chord progression. I was saying if I could guess the next note. No, I can't. I'm hearing different notes than what gets played. Nice. I'm starting to think again that they sound like they could definitely be in a musical. Mm. I did the guitar player wrong note there? Something for a second didn't sound like it was the right note. Oh, that was a cool little into that little part. There was a little slide descension, slowed down. I don't know. A sax thing? Ah, it's a tenor sax. It sounds like very warm. Is it layered with a trumpet too? Okay, that's caught me way off guard. She, Lana Del Rey, could be in a movie where she is the lounge singer on a boat. I could see it. She has that type of voice. It's so good. I would actually learn. I can play saxophone. I would actually learn this on saxophone. It's just very pretty. Okay, this makes me really, really, really want her to actually sing on a jazz track with a jazz band. I think the other woman's the closest we'll get for right now, but I genuinely want to hear that. Hmm. Not at all what I thought. Black Beauty meant. Okay, wait. Did, did you just say Spanish women, dark and strong? I mean, it's accurate, but what? Oh, that's definitely leading into this. Yeah. This one weirdly seems more positive already. Oh, a choir. Yeah, this definitely a choir. Man, the music here is just the music is just perfectly accenting everything she said. Ooh, ah, that was a nice drum fill. whatever that is, I know it's not a whale, but it sounds like a whale song. Maybe it's just a guitar with high reverb. High reverb and a slide. Maybe, but it sounds like it just a whale song. But that's definitely a guitar. Oh, the hi-hat's coming in. Now we're grooving. Ooh, I heard that. The drummer was kind of feeling that hi-hat for a second. They really are just. It is impressive how well they fill out the space of the whole song. There's not a there's not a direction left, right, behind, and front that feels. It's just all of it sounds like there's something happening. Yeah, yeah. The drummer's like screw it. I'm having fun on this one. That was a person. That was a choir. Okay. You know, it's funny that this one's called Guns N' Roses because I know I said the first song, Cruel World, sounded like a ballad from the 80s. Guns N' Roses was the only band that was coming to mind. Heavy metal love of mine. Wow. That is beautifully harmonized and layered. Now, I'm certain she's talking about the band, but the way that this is spelled for the title, I wonder if it's supposed to be guns, blah, 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 and roses the flower, or if it's actually supposed to be the band. Though I'm certain it's just the band. I mean, again, heavy metal love of mine. I wouldn't say Guns N' Roses heavy metal, but yeah. See, this one, since there's not a lot happening all the time, this one has a lot more open space. It is sonically pleasing and very different than the rest of this. And then the most space they're filling up is whatever the voice is doing, and then little things around. See, they got the guitar so far to the right. The drums are also filling up a stereo field, but the guitar went to center. Yeah, now the voices are spreading out too. It's a little bit of a delay, but still. Same effect as other song. I think Money, Power, Glory, but I'm not too sure. That is such a distance on the guitar. This is such a. I just realized it is a very subtle and quiet sub bass, but no bass guitar on this one. It's okay, so now the voice is just coming from everywhere. What is that reverse? Her voice, man. I wish she would do more stuff with very little effects and harmonies. Just more of like her voice raw. No harmonies, no effects, because it just sounds really good. Ah, just bring up the wetness. Okay, this is weirdly bright. I think it's just I haven't heard a guitar riff like this in a few songs. Mm. This. Ooh, this one is actually groovy. Like other songs had grooves, but this one's actually groovy. I all the instruments, man, they are set in such a groove. Hmm. The guitar riff, that bass line, I would have never expected such a minimalistic drum pattern to make me want to like dance so much. That's that it has to be a serum saw thing or just like a saw with I know what I'm thinking unison turned down but not all the way reversed. Her the way she's singing this the voice she's using is nice too. This is definitely the best song to put for the last song. It's really ending on a high note. Up, got the claps in. Ooh, what if there's a synth solo instead of a guitar solo? Oh, that'd be so sick. Yes, I do. I like that. The idea, willing to risk the worst for somebody. It's they're bringing some more percussive elements into this. I bet the Florida business, Florida Kilo, started selling like wildfire after this one came out. I like that little percussive thing that they added. Sounds like a woodblock, maybe? Or something trying to mimic that. And then the keys, it wouldn't be Lana Del Rey if it didn't end with a wet reverb fade. That's awesome. I can see why people were recommending that. Definitely more variety than Blue Banisters. And if I'm comparing it specifically only to Blue Banisters, then yeah, not as relaxed. But I still say it's a fairly relaxing album. Again, not as relaxing as Blue Banisters, but that one definitely does have more energy. I think the only song on Blue Banisters that was remotely able to match that was the interlude. But no, this was solid. That last song, Florida Kilos, I think that one has to be my favorite. Though this one had a lot more in it to, I guess, appreciate. I mean, Blue Banisters, each song I would say sounded similar to one another, but this one I think I could still make that claim, but not as much. It was I definitely did have more variety. Some of those did also sound like there was stories being told. It was interesting. I think the concepts of each songs I liked more on this one too. I don't know. This was a solid album. Definitely solid. I definitely can see why this one was recommended to me multiple times. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Florida Kilos, man. That was really the goat. It really ended strong. It is kind of criminal that it's not the most streamed song on this album. Though Ultraviolence, that one was cool too. Oh, and the sax solo. Let's see, the sax solo. I think it was in. I think it was in the other woman. The sax part in the other woman. That was. I was feeling that. That genuinely caught me off guard. I genuinely want to hear Lana Del Rey in a jazz group. It would be fire. Like, it'd just be so good. He has the voice for it too, without a doubt. If there is a popular jazz group that you know of or that is watching this, get Lana Del Rey to sing a track for you. It'll be as big as Don't Mean a Thing. I promise. She needs to do that. It'll be sick. There is a YouTube group actually that does jazz covers of popular songs. They need to try to hit up Lana Del Rey. It'd be so good. So good. Man. And just I guess the imagery of some of the names on here. Pretty When You Cry. Fuck My Way to the Top. Up to the Top. Yeah, those. Oh, and Black Beauty. Man, I still want to know, did she actually race drop Hispanic people in the beginning of that? It'd be weird if she did. I mean, but whatever. It's fine, I guess. But I probably just misheard it too. It just sounded like Spanish girl so strong or something like that. I don't know. Can't even remember now. But man, that was fun. That was enjoyable. Definitely more energy. I will agree. Definitely more energy. Man, the use of the orchestra is just an interesting choice. I mean, like I said before, it's not that it is weird to use an orchestra, but as frequently as she does it, I wonder what makes her want to do that. Because I don't think it is prominent enough to truly differentiate her from, or differentiate the music or anything, but it's enough to where if you listen to the album through and through, it's something that you just pick up on, especially when you listen to more than one album in the span of, I don't know, 3-4 days. It's just something you pick up on, but it is interesting to say the least. I really liked it. I think I liked this one better than Blue Banisters. Blue Banisters was a good album, but I think I like this one more. Maybe that's what everybody else likes more, is Ultraviolence. It was crazy how much of like a unanimous decision was by people that this should be an album I listen to. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed listening along with this with me, to this with me. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day and or night. Peace.